Just checking. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Abhi DhiYogi with another session of stories, songs, and ideas. On today's curation, the yoga for math, or mathematics, or arithmetic as you say it. So, firstly, before we start, my apologies again for being late by 20 minutes today. I have no reason other than I'm losing track of time. Getting sidetracked with many things that are coming up in the morning, and maybe the change in time this week, where we fast forward our clocks in Chicago by 1 hour so that we have proper daylight throughout the day. So in spring we move forward, and then come winter we revert it back. So in that way we get the max sunshine from a time standpoint. But what used to be noon technically is 11 if I were to consider time last week. So now it's 12. So that's what, the clock moved. We all reset. We're still 24 hours in a day. Which brings us to today's session on math. I will start with the yoga for addition and subtraction. And you might ask, addition and subtraction and yoga, where is this going, Well, you'll know in a few minutes here. But for those who have joined us, as young as, maybe learning arithmetic or math, addition is when, for example, in my backyard, there was one tree. And that one tree shared its fruit and whatnot. And after a few months or years, another tree was born, a little bit away from it. So now there were two trees. So I would say, someone asked me how many trees are there? I would say 1 + 1, 2. So addition is something where something increased. That's addition in simple terms. Subtraction, on the other hand, which is the opposite of addition, is when something decreased. So let's say we had one tree and it became two. And from the two trees in the backyard, another two grew, over the years. So they became four. But come winter, one of the trees, maybe the oldest one, stopped producing the leaves and whatnot and didn't wake up after the winter. So it passed away, let's say. And now from 4 trees, we have 3, which is subtraction, right? Simple. Addition and subtraction. When you consider the trees in the backyard relative to the backyard, But if I consider the earth, right, with its air, water, soil, right, sun and space, what has happened with this addition of, let's say, trees in the backyard, where additional trees have grown? You'll say, well, there are additional trees on the earth now. Fair enough. But looking at it from another aspect, one tree had X amount of air, water, soil, sun and space. Now another tree has come and it has taken up the air, water, earth, sun and space, which was a part of the earth, right? So a tree has increased in numbers. Sorry about that. So the tree has increased in numbers. From 1 to 2 to 3, But the air, water, earth, sun and space, of which the earth is made up of, right? If we think about it, in the backyard, that has decreased. Because it has become the tree, I guess. When we consider the whole earth, right? Let's say one tree takes up quantity of 1, let's say, liter, or kilos or pounds of air, water, earth, sun and space. So by having 2 trees, we've taken up another pound or kilo or whatever of air, water, earth, sun and space, right? So as the addition happened to increase the number of trees, the subtraction happened from an air, water, earth, sun and space standpoint in the backyard. So addition and subtraction go hand in hand. If something is increasing, then something else is decreasing. but the equation always balances. So as you ponder on that, maybe I'll sing a song. क्योंकि तुम ही हो, अब तुम ही हो, जिंदगी अब तुम ही हो, मेरा चैन भी, मेरा दर्द भी, मेरी आशिकी अब तुम ही हो, सिर्फ तुम ही हो। तेरा मेरा रिश्ता है कैसा, एक पल दो गवारा नहीं, तेरे लिए हर पल हम जीते, तुझको दिया मेरा वक्त सभी, क्योंकि तुम ही हो, अब तुम ही हो, जिंदगी अब तुम ही हो, सिर्फ तुम ही हो, सिर्फ तुम ही हो, सिर्फ तुम ही हो, जब हम एक हो, मैं तो हूँ ही नहीं, मैं तो हूँ ही नहीं, जब हम एक हो, जब हम एक हो। So as you were saying, if another tree was born, the equal amount of air, water, sun, space from the earth, around earth, or what earth is made up of, was consumed. So a tree was added, but that amount of air, water, earth, space, and sun, soil was reduced. That's one way of looking at it. So let's say 1 liter, 1 pound of whatever, air, water, earth, sun, soil became the tree, then the total amount of, as I would like to call it, or SS, right? Air, water, earth, sun in space was reduced from Earth. That's one way of looking at it. And the equation balances. But the other way is, did anything get added and reduced, or did it just transform from one state to the other? The OSS that was there transformed into the tree, again made of OSS, air, water, earth, sun and space. So in actuality, did anything increase and did anything decrease, or it's the same which gets transformed? Or just to throw another perspective, it is one OSS which gets transformed into the trees, the birds, the grass, the oceans. The rivers. But it's the same OSS, air, water, earth, sun, and space. Earth meaning soil, yeah? So the yoga for math, at the end of the day, when comparing the trees in my backyard, yeah, from 1 to 4 that they became, the realization dawned that nothing was added and nothing was deducted on the grand scheme of things of air, water, sun, space, and the soil. Because that remained a constant, from at least what I perceive. So what's the yoga for addition and subtraction? Nothing gets added and nothing gets subtracted. But everything transforms from one state to the other. With that, maybe I'll sing the next song. Waves hold just waves. You and me, babe. These bees, birds and hay. Waves from the rocks to the mountains, from the stars to the moon. Waves everything in between. I thought I'll sing the second verse or third verse there, but decided against it. Because I was taken over by the thoughts of what I was going to say pertaining to addition and subtraction. And the yoga of it was, we realized nothing was added or subtracted. Similarly, applying that to multiplication and division. We could say the one tree became two trees, and from the two became four. Multiplication, right? Or from a standpoint of OSS, right? Air, water, sun, space, and earth, of which there is fixed amount per se, yeah? Let us say that. We can say that it was divided. So let's say in my backyard, there was 10 cubic feet or 10, just for simple terms, yeah? 10 liters of air, water, earth, sun, and space. And each tree takes up 1 liter, let's say, of air, water, earth, sun, and space. So we can say, the one tree becoming 4, multiplication, or the other way around, the 10 liters dividing, so that 4 became the tree. So the air, water, earth, sun, space divided into the trees, and maybe the other grass and whatnot that's there. Would be another way of looking at it. So applying the same idea of nothing is ever added or nothing is ever subtracted, but everything transforms. The same can be applied to multiplication and division. That all that multiplies is equal to what divides. And in the end, everything balances, meaning nothing ever multiplies or nothing ever divides, but everything transforms, but remaining constant. So the yoga of every equation is balance. Every equation that is put forth at the end of the day balances, meaning it's constant. What is balance? It's a constant. So as you pursue your math and other careers that apply math, if it's with the vision and focus of balancing, you'll find how every equation balances in the end. Taking this one step further, the earth rotates around the sun, and the sun goes around another center. The solar system, the Milky Way, the galaxies and whatnot, right? all going round. The center. And all have come to be born or manifested in this space. You know, the stars, the planets, asteroids, the sun, you and me, everything, right? In this vast space, as we call it. So, evolution or manifestation, is it a multiplication and addition of the stars, planets, galaxies? Or is it just a transformation of the one? Let's call it the point of origin, from which everything originates and goes back. Or the one from which, you know, different transformations happen. As I leave you with that thought and idea, let me sing another song. I roam through these fields, and I have climbed the highest mountains, only to be with you. Only to be with you. And I have scaled these city walls. I have crossed the mighty oceans, only to be with you. Only to be with you. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. But I still haven't found what I'm looking for. So as we discussed, all equations at the end balance, be it addition and subtraction, be it multiplication or division, be it calculus or be it algebra. All equations balance. Period. Because the realization is everything that happens in the universe, everything that's created, comes from the point of origin. And everything that goes away goes back to the point of origin. And this point of origin one may perceive as, the center around which we revolve, right? So for the earth, it might be the sun and the galaxy, right? But for the whole universe, if we were to say, with millions or billions of galaxies, planets and whatnot, there is a center, right? That we may perceive as the center, physically, coordinates, yeah? If we were to travel, taking a spaceship that travels faster than the speed of light, maybe we could reach that center physically, let's say, right? But in the meantime, I wanted to share another idea with you on how all of us can reach that point of origin. Today, now, here. I just gave out the answer. Point of origin, if I were to conceive, is here and now. Because all that's ever happening is just here and now. What I said or sang 15 minutes ago is the past. What I will say or sing in the next 5 minutes is the future. But be it the past or the future, happen in the here and now, in the present. And whatever happens in the here and now ends in the here and now, and we move on to the next moment. Discrete math, as they say. Yeah? One moment at a time, one day at a time, if I may say. Discrete. Exist in the here and now. The sun exists in the here and now. The earth exists in the here and now. The whole universe exists in the here and now. So the point of origin from which everything is born and from which everything comes, and finally everything goes back to, is what is transforming from one state to the other, I guess. Or another way of looking at it, it is in the here and now, like a container in which everything plays. From the here and now, made up of the here and now, let's say, the point of origin. So rather than point of origin being somewhere in the center, what if it is? And I believe it is the center of me. When I'm centered, balanced, not doing anything in extreme, playing and working, happiness and sadness, exercise and relaxation, or sitting in front of the TV, balancing, I tend to find a little bit of that center. Or when I give my best, express whatever I feel and think, but at the same time, be open and accept whatever comes my way. I don't get that distracted with past and future, and I find my center a little bit. And being at the center, in the here and now, the realization of what is here and now, and these transformations that are happening around, one may realize. Because putting it into words, again, gives it another meaning. Some call this point of origin as zero. And some others, like me, call this point of origin as everything. And that brings us to the final equation. Zero is equal to everything. Everything is equal to zero. And what that means in simple terms, if we were to think about from where did 1, 2, 3, 4, all these numbers up to 9, let's say, came from, it's zero. Because they keep repeating. 1 through 9. But then we add a 0 and they become 10, the next number. But long story short, everything comes from the 0. Which means 0 has to contain everything that, all the numbers that ever manifested. So as we said, what is this 0? Rather than saying nothing or everything, what if we say it's the point of origin? And the point of origin, which is the center, is realized with a little bit of balance in whatever we are doing, a little bit of openness and acceptance of whatever comes out of it. The realization may dawn. And what is the secret? Quickly to be in the here and now, which is the point of origin for me, is to count my breaths. 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. And that brings me to the here and now. And to conclude, as they say, the solution to every problem is right under your nose. In the here and now. That's how I see it. Because when I come into the here and now, I'm a little bit more awake, a little bit more aware, a little bit more accepting and attentive. And I see that the equation of the problem that I'm facing balances with the solution, because that is how it is. The law of the universe, or the equation of the universe, or this manifestation. If there is a problem, there is a solution. If there is addition, there is subtraction. If there is multiplication, then there is division. But to see both sides, one has to be at the center. And then no problem remains a problem. And no solution remains a solution. Because everything becomes beautiful. Just art. And love. There's no words and equations for love. But one may realize it in the here and now. So I'll end with this final song. My love love, love for love, love. Smiles, fears, hopes, tears, all are born from this love. What I get and all that's lost friend, everything is meant to merge one day into love, love, love. So being in the point of origin or with your breath, by just noticing it, paying attention to it, as we do what we do, yeah? We get anchored into the here and now. And in the here and now, we see both sides. Because in the here and now, this moment is filled with love, from which everything comes. Everything manifests from love. And everything goes back into love. Smiles, tears, hopes, fears. And everything is, as we said, made up of love. With love. And one may realize this. People say phenomena or experience of what love is. Being in the here and now, a little bit balanced, a little bit open and accepting. One step at a time. As we go through this journey called life, we start realizing the love and the light that infuses this love. How? By taking every step in the here and now. Anchored to the here and now, to this moment. And how do we anchor? By paying attention to our breath. Just noticing it. And if we are doing that and following in the right direction, all we'll find is love with everyone that we meet and every experience on the way. So thank you for being here, making the time. Hope to catch you tomorrow. Same time, 12 noon, or give or take 10 or 15 minutes here and there. Sorry about that again. And you can find the recordings and books at abhi.dhiyogi.org. See you tomorrow.